Hello. So here we are at the East Anglia Yarn Festival. I am very tired. It's been a long drive, but we're here and I'm quite looking forward to today. It's going to be fun. There's some very famous faces here, so we're going to have a wander around and chat to some people. So come with me. So editing me here, excuse the picture in picture, I got overexcited. I forgot landscape was a thing. So you'll just have to bear with me with that. I will get better at this, I promise. We have the lovely Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarn. She was such a nice lady. All good, all good. This octopus is right on my street. I absolutely love this. Look at it. It's so beautiful. There's a little lobster there as well. And a narwhal. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Sorry, I need all of them. They're absolutely amazing. I've already bought some of her yarn. She's a very, very nice lady. She's got some lovely worsted stuff down here. I bought a few skeins of this particular colour here earlier on. Absolutely beautiful. So this is one I particularly wanted to look at. This is Madrigal yarn. Absolutely love their colours. We have some really, really beautiful sets there. Absolutely stunning. So we absolutely love Jo. She's got the bags up there in the very, very famous big girl pants. Love those. Some stunning colours. Yarn. I love these colours down here, the greens and greys. Absolutely. Here's some other oddities that are right up my street. Custom stitch markers, we have all sorts of interesting things going on here. at those greens. I think I have a green obsession. It's very true. I do. Go, here's Ellie.
Hello!
Hello! And this is her stall, and if I can work out how to turn it round, we'll have a quick look. Welcome to my stall! We'll do an actual panorama of it, because that's the first opportunity we've had to actually get in there and have a look. We have Stephen over here. Now, Stephen is around somewhere because I have seen him, but I've not managed to say hello yet. Hopefully, I'll be able to. Beautiful colours. Here we have chromatic yarns. There's some beautiful colours here. A lot of purples and blues. Really, really pretty. There's some sparkles. And that's actually Stardew Valley. My other half absolutely adores that. Not that he enjoys yarn in any way, shape or form, but he likes Stardew Valley, so... Typical me fashion, I somehow managed to switch off the sound here. There is my lovely mother. This is the Yew Tree Yarncraft stall with all of her beautiful colours. I spent quite a lot of time narrating the things that she'd got on sale and talking about the sets that she'd done for the show and the bags that she'd done for the show and all the new spring colours and everything else. And talking about all sorts of things, and none of the sound recorded, and I'm so disappointed. But the stall looked absolutely beautiful. I was really, really proud of her. She looked just so good at merchandising things and making everything look beautiful. And she was just sort of dancing around and knitting at the same time. Look, I don't know how people stand and knit. Bless her. fern yarns. I absolutely love their colours.
Burgundy and green and brown.
They've got a big stall, it's very, very busy. You can't really get in too far.
Yeah.
This is absolutely stunning. This is so beautiful.
I find it looking to help them out.
Some really lovely earthy colours here. That is just stunning. That might have to come home with me. I love that. So here we've got coastal colours, and this lovely gent here has just been telling me about his dyeing techniques. Absolutely amazing. He's got some beautiful colours. I have taken this one home with me. It needed to happen. I knew it was going to happen. It's got such vibrant colours and such beautiful styles. So this is one of the ones I desperately wanted to come to. This is Folklore Yarns, and I love their really sort of rustic looking yarns. I've got my eye on this colour. I have a vibe. I know this. And here we have Cleve Limits. There you go.
Hello, I'm Adam. I run Cleve Units and I also run Make a Getaway with my partner Louise, who is also hiding from the camera over there.
She said, no, she doesn't want to be on it. I won't make you. That's fine.
I absolutely love East Anglia Yarn Festival. It's my favourite yarn festival. I can't really say that. Oh no. It's amazing. I love it here.
It's really nice to meet you. Thank you. And we've got Eden Cottage Yarns. They have some absolutely beautiful natural looking colours. Really sort of muted colours. Love these. Love that. Oh, look at the sparkle. It's so beautiful. Bright this stall is. All the yellows and just look at that. Love the name of it.
Combined together. There's a cat back there already. Well, yeah.
Aren't bothered. So this is Cat Andrew's Designs, and there she is. Hello. Norwich Guild of Spinners. Oh, there's Ellie again. Absolutely amazing. And that is it, the end of the day. I'll be honest, I'm absolutely exhausted. It's been a very, very long day. I've chatted to lots and lots of people. It's now 4 o'clock. The show has just closed and I am about to head off on the 3-hour journey back home. I didn't get to film everyone. I don't think I've probably missed out quite a few people. Not intentional. I get a bit giddy. I did very briefly say hello to Stephen West. I didn't get a chance to actually say hello on video. I did have chats with Ellie from Craft House Magic, with Adam from Cleverley Knits. You know, it's just and Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarns as well. Had some really nice chats with a lot of people. Spent more than I intended to. I knew that was going to happen. It's inevitable. You cannot come to a yarn festival and not overspend. But yeah, it's time for the trek back home. Wish me luck. And there I am heading home, leaving the site and setting off on my little journey back, which took several hours. I had such a good time. It was such a lovely atmosphere. Absolutely enjoyed every second of it. It's one of those shows where everybody's there for a good time. Everyone's enjoying themselves. And there's the sunset on the way home. Isn't it sweet?
Okay, we catch up with Mark G's very soon, but first mention for Bar, who is Jerry's wife. So we're doing a mention for G.
Hello, I am back. I was very tired. Yeah, it took me a long time to get home, and this is now several days later. By the time I got home, I was so exhausted that this was not a face for video. Therefore, I've left it a few days and thought, I better get this done. I better actually show you my haul, hadn't I? Yeah, so the event itself was absolutely fantastic. The organisers were massively well organised. The place was really easy to find. It was a long drive. I'd had a gig the night before and then driven part way down, stayed over around the sort of Cambridge area, and then carried on in the morning to Norfolk. It's a long drive. Yeah, so carried on in the morning to Norfolk, so I was a little bit fresher than I would have been had I driven straight from home. However, I didn't sleep very well in the hotel because it was very, very, very warm in there, and far too close to the road to actually be able to open a window, so I didn't sleep very well. So by the time I actually got home from the event, I was so tired. I just went straight to bed. And then the next day I thought about recording and thought, no, I'm still too tired. So we're now on the 1st of April and I'm finally getting this done. But yeah, really easy to find and really well organised. Didn't have to queue, just got there, didn't have to worry about parking. It was really easy, straight in, really accessible, no messing about, and loved every moment of it. So I got in there, I met her with mum, said hi, because I only went on the Sunday, so she'd already been there for a while. Yeah, so she'd been there, I think, since Friday, so they were already sort of quite well into it by the time I arrived. So I got there, I went and got coffee, we sat down, we chilled for a little bit, and then I went wandering. And it was really lovely because I got to meet some old friends, Jo Nitso, Hayley from Ducky Darlings, and some other people that sort of interact with on a fairly regular basis at these shows. And then also got to meet some people who I consider sort of knit famous. People like Stephen West, obviously. Adam from Cleverley Knits is a person that I watch regularly. Ellie from Craft House Magic I watch. You would have seen in the footage, you would have seen sort of me meeting all these people. And I never know quite what to do with myself when I meet people that I consider famous, because I'm just like, hi, come talk to me, hi. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was really happy to sort of get involved and be videoed and whatnot. So it was real fun. And I bought some things. I definitely spent money, let's say. Shall we get into it? Shall we get into the purchases? So I bought some project bags, I bought some yarn, I bought some other bits and bobs, and I bought a kit that is really fun. So if I start with the bags, I think the project bags. So these were GB Roo. Look at that. So I didn't actually get a card from them. I think it was just so chaotic at that point. I didn't actually pick up a business card. However, I do have the bag. So I picked up 2 project bags from them. This is the first, and this is my vibe completely. So we have Cheshire Cats. Look at that. Yeah, it's a very, very simple sort of drawstring bag, but I love the fabric, and it's sort of heavy and well made as well. So yeah, I'm excited to put something into that. It's really, really, really cute. The only thing I was disappointed with this one, unlike the other one, is that she didn't put one of her labels in here. I really like to see vendors put their labels on things and you know, get their name out there, and that's, you know, that's your way of advertising, because in 6 months' time, if someone asks me where I got this from, I will not remember. But if it's got a label in, I can be like, this person, Jimmy Roo. But yeah, love that. And the second one was the one I got really excited. This is the one that drew me to the area in the first place. I saw this and it is so me that I literally went over and picked it up and didn't even look at the price or where I was getting it from or anything. I was just like, that is mine. That is coming home with me. And that's this one. This bag, it's just a zip bag. It's just a very, very simple sort of sewing bag. It's quite a simple sort of put together, but look at the fabric. It's just, I'm so in love with it. Look at the little ghosty with the butterflies. I needed it. I had to have it. I just had to have it. This one does have her label inside. I was very, very pleased to see that. Ooze. Yeah, I do. I like the sew on labels, actually. That's quite a clever touch. Yeah, just a simple sort of zip bag with a plain purple. It's a little bit creased now because I've had it in the bag, but plain purple back. And again, I can't wait to put a project in it. I'm so excited, and I'm going to use this. I think this is probably going to be like one of my sort of special bags that special projects go in, because I just look at it. It's so beautiful. Just love it so much. Yeah, that was Jibby Russo's. Absolutely loved. There were so many that I could have picked up more than 2, but I had to rein myself in because, you know, not made of money. I was trying to be strict with myself, as we often are at these events, and I started out well, didn't end well. They were, I think they were on row, trying to remember where everyone was, because the map didn't have the individual vendors on it. They were on this row here, row F. They were along here somewhere. Mum was on, Ravellry Yarncraft was up here on row H, and next but one stall over, I think it was, or was there two? Can't remember. But there was sort of a little corner, and right in the corner was, and I've forgotten what it's called now, Knitting for Fun. So they are a retailer of knitting needles, crochet hooks and woolly accessories, and from them I bought a set of Millwood wooden handle crochet hooks. I really wanted a new set of crochet hooks, ones that were in some kind of holder and were a bit nice. And I really like them. They've got lovely wooden handles and then these black ends, and I just thought they're just so lovely. So I took the opportunity to pick those up. I think I'll leave the yarns till last because they're just beautiful. So the next thing I got was a kit, and this came from Sincerely Louise. And so I got this kit from her, which basically is part of the Under the Sea series, and it's this little octopus here. So in the kit, this is the medium version of the octopus. So it comes with the sheepies yarn, which is very soft. I do like sheepies yarn. It comes with the safety eyes and the bits and bobs for that. It comes with the other colour yarn and all the floof to stuff it with. And yeah, I absolutely love the idea of doing that. That's going to be one of those rainy day projects, just for fun, I think. Just because I saw the octopus and I was like, you know what, I need him. And look at him, just look at him. I love an octopus. He's just cute. And I mean, I've very briefly, this book also has several other patterns in it. So you get the book as part of the kit, but you can buy the book separately and sort of choose your own yarns or whatever. So there is an orca, a school of fish, a tiger shark, a narwhal, and the octopus, manta ray, clownfish, whale, hermit crab, and shrimp. And I will say I did have a look at the narwhal because that was also very cute. If I can find a picture of him, just look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. I may at some point have to make a narwhal. It will mean that I would probably have to find some yarn. I'm not sure what. It just looks like 4-ply, to be honest. So I probably have yarn that I could make that from. But yeah, there's all the little options that you have to make. Look at the clownfish, the narwhal there. You've got a little hermit crab, whale. Yeah, I just love all of them. So I think I'm going to have a stint on making sea creatures. So that's that, and that was her little logo again, Sincerely Louise. And that's going to be a rainy day project that I'll probably end up doing in like 2 sessions or something, because I'll obsess over that. I know I will. So, yarns. So while I was wandering around, I came across Folklore Yarn. And they are a small business from Belfast who specialise in quite rustic yarns. They're quite toothy, and they've got sort of neeps and things in them, and they're so beautiful, and I love those kind of yarns. I love neeps. I love like just rusticy sort of woolly wool, and that's what they specialise in. And the fact that their colours were all sort of named after sort of various folklore things, and I really wanted to buy yarn from them, and I picked it up and I put it down, and I picked it up and I put it down several times, and I never actually bought any. And it now rates as one of the biggest regrets of my existence, because I really should have bought some of their yarn. However, by that point I had already spent a lot of money and was considering my options a bit more carefully than I was at the beginning. So maybe next time, certainly next time. So the yarn that I did buy, I bought 3 skeins from the Urban Pearl. She was a very, very, very nice lady. She was somewhere in the middle. Don't quite remember which row she was on, but she was somewhere in the middle. It will say in the book, actually. What row were you on? Lovely lady. She was very, very sweet. The Urban Pearl. She was on row B. She was on row B, somewhere in the middle. And this is her little card, urbanpearl.com, and her little thing. I don't know if these ever actually come out on the videos or not. And I bought this colourway here, which is called Dragon Glass, and I bought 3 of them. And they're a worsted weight yarn, wonderful worsted, 100% superwash merino, and yeah, the colourway is Dragon Glass, and I just absolutely love it. It's got greens and greys and blacks, and it's very light in here isn't great actually. And it's just it's my, there you go, you can see the green now. These are my colours, sort of. I like dark colours, but I don't want a flat dark colour. And a lot of people go to yarn shows and focus on the really, really bright yarns. Me, I look for the darks. Look at that. Ah, there we go. That's closer to what it actually looks like. Yeah, I absolutely love this yarn, and it's really soft. I'm gonna keep putting it on my face because you've got to put yarn on your head, on your face. You have to smell it. It smells sheepy. I love it so much. Yeah, so that's the Urban Pearl, and I have a pattern in mind for this, but I'm not going to disclose it yet because I haven't quite made my mind up. So there's 2 options for that, and we will. Got hair in my mouth. There, eating my own hair. I have so much of it. That's probably why. I realised on the last podcast how much I touch my hair. I'm sort of doing this all the way through it. Just to think. I don't know. This is why at the end I start the day with quite straight, flat hair, and then by the end of it, I'm like, she's a witch. Absolutely. By the way, do you like my cardigan? It has spider webs. So the last yarn that I bought a single skein of because it's special. So this is actually a one-off, and this is from Coastal Colours. Again, I didn't pick up a business card from them, but there's their Coastal Colours. And the man that was at the stand, I cannot remember his name. He did tell me it's gone. He told me how they dye this. So these are one-offs, and I can't remember the technique that he described it as. I can't remember what he actually called it. So Graham and Lindsay Langhorne, and they're from Fleetwood in Lancashire, so they run Coastal Colours. So this is a 4-ply, 100 gram, 400 meters, 85% superwash merino, and 15% Donegal nep. And oh, I just love it. So it has all of the colours, just all of them, but it focuses on the greens and the purples back here. There's sort of varying shades of violets, purples, but there's browns as well, but there's green and blue in there as well, and it's just stunning. There's some grey over here, and basically what they do as part of their teach people to dye sort of courses is they use this as a kind of demonstration where they throw some dye in the pan, throw some yarn in, and then throw some more yarn on top, some more dye on top, some more yarn on top, some more dye on top. So you build up this kind of this kind of pile of yarn with dye that's sort of seeping in between, and this is what you get. You get all these sort of varying colours, and the yarn is just stunning, and it's really soft. It's very fine actually. It is a 4-ply, but it is fine 4-ply, quite a thin 4-ply. I think I'm going to have to hold this double with something, but it's going to have to be something very plain so that it doesn't lose any of the absolutely stunningness that's coming through it. But yeah, I absolutely fell in love with this skein, and I loved the fact that it was completely one-off. I picked up a couple of the others that had been in the same dye pan, and they were all different. And this one was just like, hello, you need me, buy me, because of the purples and the greens, and it's just my witchy colours. And my witchy colours. And I just fell in love with it, and I was like, that looks like, it's like a melting pot of like everything that I love. So it had to happen. Yeah, so that was Coastal Colours, and that is everything that I bought. I did almost buy a lot of other things, but you have to kind of make yourself behave a little bit at these events, because it's so easy just to buy everything that you look at and everything that you want, and then you have to remember, no, I also have bills to pay and have to exist for the rest of the month. And I do understand why people save money to go to yarn shows. However, I go to a lot of yarn shows, mainly because every time Mum vends a yarn show, I try and get there for at least one day so I can either help out or just hang out, because it's just so much fun being in those kind of environments. And it's really inspirational, and it's really interesting to talk to people about dyeing techniques and their yarns and how they got into it and things like that, and to meet all these famous people. I saw Stephen West walking around with a knitted crown, which I think was knitted by, oh, what was his name? I've forgotten his name. I'll put it on the screen. It'll come back. Because I then later on had a conversation on either Instagram or Facebook with him about this crown that he'd made and taken with him, that Stephen West was wandering around with, and it's fabulous. It's just fabulous. Everyone wore that crown. It just looked amazing. But yeah, so that was my haul, that was my trip, and I really enjoyed it. And to be honest, that is a yarn show that I will go to again, simply because although it's far away, it's just a nice place to be, and really enjoyed it. So that is goodbye from me and my whimsical witchy world of everything yarny and crafty, and I will leave you with another look at my beautiful yarn. Again, I will take a little bit of better lit video of this so you can actually see how stunning it is. But yeah, have a wonderful few weeks, and I will see you very soon on what will be, I think, episode 5, whenever I get round to recording it.